So, hello guys, and welcome to DC East Universe, your one-stop shop for all news related to DC. Today, we are going to do a podcast on the series of Peacemaker Season 1 for episode 1, 2, and 3. I'm really excited. I would like to ask Shovik, how does he feel?
Yeah, so welcome to the podcast, and this is our second podcast episode today, and we will be covering Peacemaker. The first three episode just dropped on HBO Max, and it has just grabbed the attention of all the critics and the fans because now currently it's having a IMDb rating of 8.4 and a Rotten Tomatoes of 94%, and that's the biggest and best series rating ever in according to anyone, and Rotten Tomatoes also ever involving MCU and DCU. So now I would do the season first two episode breakdown, and we will continue giving our reaction and thoughts on what we are expecting from the series and what they will be exploring in the upcoming episodes. So without further ado, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel, guys, and please hit the bell icon. And we have already just surpassed our first milestone, that is 70 subscribers. Then we will now going to our second milestone, that will be 100 subscriber. So please be with us and help us to grow and be with us and share and give us the love. So until next time, we will request you to be there, and please like, share, and subscribe the channel, and do comment on the comment section. So now over to you, Shrup. Please start with the review.
Yeah, surely. First of all, I'm going to say that there will be spoilers in this, video and this podcast. So anyone who has seen the Peacemaker series and the episode 1, 2, and 3, just go and check the series before seeing this, so that you do not miss any updates and any information regarding that. Okay, so now talking about the series, yes, it was awesome. I would like to start from the beginning, where it shows a few scenes from the Suicide Squad movie, and then enters into the main series, where it starts from an introductory music video, which I am sure that no one can skip. It's such a fun video to watch, don't you think, Shovik?
Yeah, obviously, because they have also released a video later yesterday, that they have shown us the clip, and they have also going gaga with the clip, because everyone in the world is watching that clip. Everyone can't skip that intro, and it is possibly the best series intro ever made for any comic book series.
Yes, so that's what the intro is about. And while going into the series, into the episode 1, I would like to mention a point when it was not a full nude scene, but a half nude scene of John Cena in the beginning of the series, where he's in the hospital and he's talking to the doctor. Man, I was, believe me, guys, that was sudden to me. And I could not handle my excitement, so I shouted so badly. Oh man, that was an epic scene.
Yeah. So actually, we have binge watched the series first three episodes together, and I would like to mention that this series is actually not for a family view. If you guys are also a fan of this series, then please watch it alone with your own self or with your friends, and then suggest your parents to watch otherwise, because this is a very adult series kind of thing, so it is not for a family binge one, but you can definitely enjoy, whether you are a old person or a younger person or a middle-aged person. Anyone can enjoy this series very much. And I would like to say that from the first episode, it was a very slow burner. When the starting was there with the continuation of Suicide Squad, and then he was in the hospital, and then he came out of the hospital, and then the new team of Clemson Munn was gathering together with Hardcore, and then with Adebayo, and also with that Eagle in Peacemaker's pet Eagle, and then there was the introduction of Peacemaker's father, August Smith, and then everything was going like okay. That there was a sweet tone to it, and then it was going like a melody music, but then suddenly there was a beep, and then there was a blast, and at the end of the first episode, you will never expect what you guys will get, and then the actual series starts to pick up, and then you will be blown away and you will be like, what man, I never expected this from this kind of a series, and then you will be hooked to that. What do you think, Chiru, about the first episode?
Yeah, I think that all the characters in every series we see that all the characters are being building up their nature and their circumstances. But in this series, I feel it's a little different, where they have not concentrated on the character building of and the story play. Sorry, not the character building of the story play, but they have considered the main story, the main motive of this series. That is the fight against the villains, which is the butterflies. And till now, there is only 3 episodes of this series. So we'll be knowing more. We'll be giving you information more on these butterflies. But as for episode 1, it was just an introduction to the characters and the villains, where they have been gathering around and joining to be a team and to fight against and make plans to fight against their villain. So
Yeah.
overall, the episode was great. I mean, if you haven't seen it, just go and see it, and if you have, you know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, I
overall,
would
I
like to
just
add.
yeah,
I
say
would
say.
like to add one point that the way the episode one has ended, it was such a nice cliffhanger that it was good that they have released all the 3 episodes on the first day. Because if they are going to release the first episode only, then after that cliffhanger ending of the first episode, I think people can't wait for the second episode, and there will be a huge amount of hype for the second episode if they haven't released the all the 3 episodes together. So now they have released it. So I think when you are watching the first episode, I think how much busy you are, but you can't wait for the second episode, and you will definitely binge watch the second episode. The second episode was a very fun episode, and it will introduce the character of Vigilante, one of my favorite comic book character from DC Universe, because he is a ruthless mercenary who will kill for anything and everything. And then he was there doing the playful stuff with the Peacemaker, and then Peacemaker was doing something that he was covering up his previous episode mistake, which he made in the buildings, and then there was a little escape scene also. There was a great fight scenes also, and pretty epic comedy scenes also, which will give you laughter rolls also. But then at the end of the second episode also, there was another twist where we came to know actually who Peacemaker's father is, and he is actually the White Dragon, the official DCU racist supervillain. Not a supervillain, but he is a villain who is creating his own white man Nazi company who will execute all the black men all over the world. And there is a huge story coming going on underneath this Peacemaker series, and I am definitely sure about that. I have a theory also which I will share after Shirup's thought. So Shirup, what's your thought about second episode?
Yes, before going into the thought of second episode, I would just like to rate my opinion on the first episode, and my rating is a fairly good one for first episode. I'm telling for the introductory one, it's 8 out of 10, and I think that Shovik would appreciate it.
Yeah, but also my first episode rating will be 9 out of 10. So that is definitely a good episode.
Yeah, it is obviously good. And now talking about the second episode, as Shovik said, the cliffhanger of the first episode made everyone crazy. And sorry, sorry, and James Gunn did a great job by releasing the second episode, because you know what, he doesn't want any trouble. And as everybody got hyped up, many things could happen, many expectations could fall down, and that is why they released the second one as soon as they released the first one, which I think is a great decision by James Gunn. Now talking about the episode, I just feel I will not give any spoilers for this episode and ahead, because I would like you all to go and see it on either HBO Max, or you know where to find it. Um, Now talking about the second episode, first of all, the way that they have portrayed the comedy in the series is epic. I can guarantee you all, you will not be, in a state like, oh, what is going on, or in a state of boredom. So that is the first point of the series and the second episode I would like to mention. And the second point which I am going to mention is the action-packed sequence of second episode. You know, where Peacemaker fights the police and tries to escape. That is the most important part. And also the introduction of another villain, that is the White Dragon, which is Peacemaker's father himself. And you know what I'm talking about. He's a racist villain, and he kills, execute every red Indian and black around his site. And overall, my rating for the second one would be 9 out of 10, because there were many things going on at the same time. Many information came out, and it was really interesting to watch the second video. Sorry, not the video, second episode. Now going to the third one, I would like Shovik to tell his feelings on that.
Yeah. So now for second episode, my rating will be 8.5 because I think whether though there was a very good stuff going on the second episode, the escape scene, the fight scene, and also the introduction of vigilante, but where I think that first episode was actually a better episode for me because the first episode, the cliffhanger they have was very out of the box and it was not unimaginable. Okay? And then I think there was also a scene in first episode where Augie Smith, father of Peacemaker, revealed that he has a personal vault where he keeps all the helmet Peacemaker is using with sonic boom and everything, which will help Peacemaker to breathe underwater and everything stuff like that. So there was a very nice introduction of technologies there. So personally, my favorite episode will be among these two will be episode one. So my rating for episode two will be 8.5, and now moving to the episode 3. And I think episode 3 was the best episode till date in the series because the way they have just gone there, they have portrayed themselves, they went there full gun blazing, and they went after the mayor who was a suspected butterfly, and then they find out that their whole family, the mayor's child, mayor's wife, everyone was a butterfly, and then Peacemaker was asked to do the execution and he just failed there, and then Vigilante drops in and Vigilante kills everyone, and then though he missed the main butterfly, that is the mayor, and then the judo master's mayor's bodyguard came and there was a fantastic fight scene between Peacemaker, Vigilante and judo master, and then we have everything like that, and then we just saw how they got trapped by the Vigilante and Peacemaker got trapped by the Mayor Butterfly, and then Vigilante was very much punished to get Peacemaker doing the talks, and then on the other hand we saw John Economos and Hardcore and Abebao. They are going to save Peacemaker and Vigilante out of that house, and the way they have portrayed the scene, the drama was there, the everything was there. There was fun, and then we got to see who actually Vigilante was, and he was revealed. His mask, face mask, was peeled off, which was not done yet before the episode 3. So in the episode 3, at the ending, there is a huge twist also. After they do something good, and then there was a shift of something, like there was a time travel or space travel like thing. There is something going on. I will not disclose that thing because that will be for your viewing. But I will say, guys, if you are watching episode 2, then never miss the episode 3 because it's the best episode according to me in the series until now. And the way they have ended episode 3, it will definitely grab the attention. It has already grabbed the attention of audience and has grabbed the audience attention of critics. And that is the reason everyone is going gaga over Peacemaker and already given the tag the best show ever made for 2022. And it will be having a great run ahead in 2022 with episode 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 will be the last episode. But I think the thing which I want to say that I already promised that I have a...
Are you over? Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Because, guys, I'm telling you why I said this. Because I was not listening to his talks. And you know why? Because to be honest, I have not seen episode 3 till now. And I'll be going to see it as well as you will be. Or even if some of you have seen it, then go again, see it again, enjoy it. So I'm really sorry, Shobit. Continue.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, that's the problem here, that if you are not watching the episode, binging the episode, then you can keep this part of the podcast, because if you have watched until episode 2, then you just guys just watch up to our podcast up to that point, and then leave the last part, because in the last episode I have already given many spoilers. So if you have not watched it, go watch it and then came back and see our podcast, and that's the thing. And now I would like to conclude with saying one theory here. One theory I have, that White Dragon Peacemaker's father is actually now arrested for Peacemaker crime. The crime Peacemaker executed, now for that crime, Peacemaker's father is arrested, and I think they will be sending him to Bellerive, and Amanda Waller will actually recruit him as a member of Suicide Squad in the next Suicide Squad sequel. And then when he will be part of the Suicide Squad, as Suicide Squad is consisting of different other racist and all, not racist, but actually black superheroes like Deadshot and everyone, like the Bloodsport. So he will be going after those black guys, and he will actually kill down several members of Suicide Squad. And then there will be a fight between the Suicide Squad and the Nazi White Dragon group, who are
Yes.
very much racist among them. So I think that is the this is just a concept. I think Peacemaker's director James Gunn is actually setting up a sequel to a movie here, because they are now developing a Peacemaker sequel, and also a Suicide Squad sequel, which will involve Peacemaker's father group, White Dragons group, against the Suicide Squad group. And I think this is actually inspired from the comics Kill the Suicide Squad. So this is my theory.
Well,
So
Shavik, I must appreciate your theory, and I felt it was so true that you said all those points and mentioned those points, because our viewers, our subscribers would obviously like to see it, and also also the people who have not subscribed, they would also want to see it. But if you have not subscribed, just subscribe the channel, hit the like button, and share this video. Come on, do it.
and now I want to say one more thing, that please guys remember one thing. I will definitely save this part of my podcast forever, because it was my first breaking news that I gave you guys, that about my theory and the idea which James Gunn is going forward with. If it is coming true, then on the whole world, we are the first channel to report you guys that this will happen. So if anyone is watching this podcast or giving this video a go, then please never forget, we are the first one to break this news for you. So until next time, if you are a fan of our channel, please like, share, and subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon and hashtag DC Forever. And my overall rating for Peacemaker series will be nothing less than 10 out of 10, because this is a perfect series
Absolutely,
according to
mine as
me.
well. 10 out of 10.